If you want to learn to speak a language and you want to become conversational, you want to have conversations, and later you want to become fluent, and you want to get there as soon as possible, these are the top two techniques you should be using. The techniques are language islands and shadowing. There are more techniques as well that you could use, but these are the top two that you should be using. Extremely important, both of them. So, language islands. Language islands are this: groups of sentences about a specific topic, about specific for a specific scenario, for a specific conversation, situation, etc. Basically, you need to write down everything you want to say, everything you think you'll have to say, and you translate it, and you get a bilingual text like this. You get all your lines here, and then with your base language, English or whatever your native language is, and then here the target language that you're learning. You can simply translate it into any other language. This also has the advantage if you want to learn multiple languages that you can then quickly repurpose them into another language. You learn one language and then you translate them into another language, and you learn the same lines in two different languages or more. But yeah, you need a list of every sentence you want to be able to say, everything you want to learn. This is a lot of work in the beginning, but it's definitely worth it because it will save you a lot of time. And it will get you results much faster because if you learn 100 good sentences of your own, you will be able to speak way more with that than with thousands of really random stuff from Duolingo or something like that, right? And if you learn 100 sentences, obviously won't make you fluent. But if you learn 1,000, 2,000, something like that, you'll be able to do well in most conversations with that, just with that. And it's not that much. Okay. So just sit down in front of your laptop and try to come up with as many situations, conversation topics. Who do you talk to? What do you talk about normally? What do you do in your daily life? What do you want to do with the language? And write everything that you want to say in each and every one of those situations and conversations. And then you translate it and you create audio files. That's exercise one. That's It's not an actual exercise. It's preparation for the actual exercise that we're going to do next. That's shadowing. So technique one is language islands. Technique two, and this is really important, is shadowing using your language islands. You could do this with any random audio file, any random video, anything like that. But again, 1 hour of specific work with your own sentences is going to be more effective at making you fluent than tens of hours of just random nonsense. Because most of the stuff you learn there, you you won't use it. It's not useful in conversation. You want to learn specifically what you will use, and that's what you get with language islands. So let's start with shadowing. Shadowing is basically taking an audio file. At first, it's going to be easier if you've got the text in front of you as well, and you shadow it. You listen to it and you repeat. The difference between listening and repeating and shadowing is that listening and repeating means hearing the sentence and then there's a gap there. There's a couple second gap when you say the sentence and then next one you hear it, you repeat after. With shadowing, you speak at the same time. All right. So it's harder, but it makes you work harder, but you do more sentences in the same amount of time, and you're constantly uh, processing the information, listening, understanding, repeating. Then the next one comes. So you work in your comprehension and your speaking both. So this is how it works. I'm going to do a little demonstration, couple seconds. Günaydın. İyi akşamlar. Adın ne? Benim adım Mikael. Tanıştığıma memnun oldum. Merhaba. Nerelisin? Ben Boralısin'denim. İspanya kuzeyinde, Fransa güneyinde küçük bir bölge. You get the idea. So you do that with. I don't know if you could hear that. In the I played it and I was shadowing it. So I was trying to like when you listen to a song with the lyrics in front of you and you sing. Like you time it and you don't really repeat the song, but you sing alongside the at the same time. You try to time it and you go simultaneously. This is the same. And if you do this, if you do this exercise with your own lines and you listen to it and you shadow it like this, you don't need that much time to get decent at conversation. You just have to do I don't know like several tens of hours of shadowing, and you'll get decent at the situations you prepared for. Obviously, not everything, but if you for all the main things you normally talk about, if you write enough and then you listen and repeat this way, like simultaneously shadowing those sentences enough times, you'll be able to do okay in those conversations. Again, this is not the uh, this alone won't make you fluent, and you need to work on comprehension and things like this. You need more work. You need more vocab. You you will not have all the vocab that you need to understand the language as a whole, just with the sentences you came up with. But it's a very efficient way to start speaking, to go from zero to conversational and even relatively fluent by just learning the right lines and drilling them over and over until you can say them well. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you found this useful and see you later.